Welcome back to the Free Gents Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. You are now tuned in for episode 186.
186.
You got K-Sig to your left. GG's, I'm here. I'm to the right. You know what I'm saying? Following on his ads and all that. But look,
yes,
it's another installment of the Free Gents Podcast, man. We got a whole lot of news. We missed the episode from Sunday, so we got about 10 days worth of news.
Yeah, literally.
Which is enough to fill up 5 hours worth of stuff, I feel like. So let's get right into it, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, we gotta get right into it. I think we have to start off with this Epstein update.
Are we going Epstein first?
I think we got to.
Yeah, I be thinking we're going to start off lighthearted. We're like, nope, straight to the baby fucking.
Nah, you
this
feel
is
me?
crazy.
We got the people
God
in.
damn.
We got to meat and potatoes.
Let's do it.
Meat and potatoes.
Yeah, let's see what's going on.
I don't know if you see what's been going on with this. It was Epstein updated.
I heard there's over like 1 point some million like worth of files. Like nobody in the world has time to read that. Like you got to get 10 AI robots to read that shit.
And apparently the White House staff has been working overtime to redact them.
Ooh.
That's neither here nor there.
I love a good redaction.
The only thing that
So
should
you
be
know you're trying to hide
redacted.
something.
The only thing that should be redacted is the names of the victims. But they had the names of the victims in there, and they were redacting co-conspirators. But I thought there weren't any co-conspirators. What's going on? They said there weren't any co-conspirators.
If you got 1.5 million worth of evidence on your ass, and no co-conspirators, that's crazy.
You know, it's funny. They said Trump is mentioned more in the Epstein files than Harry Potter is mentioned in all the Harry Potter series, in all 7 books.
I hope that's not a fact. That's a fact. That being funny.
That's a fact.
That sounds like one of them stats they just make up. Sounds good.
I think that's a fact. But they haven't released all of them, which they're still in contempt with not releasing all of them. Pam Bondi testified, and she got absolutely destroyed. They were on her ass. They were not letting up. And an update that we have is that they made claims that there was no credible evidence against Trump, and we find out that's a lie. So apparently, one victim alleges that she was introduced to Donald Trump by Jeffrey Epstein, and that that Trump forced her to go down on him, and he bit her. You use your imagination. He bit her, and apparently Trump hit her in the head and kicked her out of the spot.
Right.
And so the FBI interviewed that witness, and the day that interview went into the files of the FBI, a day later is the day Jeffrey Epstein died. A day later, after it was processed into the FBI's database, a day later, Jeffrey Epstein dies. So, I'm not.
You got to put air quotes around dies because they saying he might not even be dead.
I wouldn't be surprised. My thing is, it's either, for me, he's either not dead or he didn't kill himself. I don't think he killed himself. I think that's not part of it. That's
right. You think he was murdered, if
anything. or he's not.
They swapped the body out.
Yes, correct. I think those are the only two.
Bin Laden Hitler thing.
I think those are the only two plausible cases because they couldn't let this. Regardless, they couldn't let this go to trial. This would have been the biggest trial in modern history. He would have been the greatest witness of all time. If he would have took that stand, it would have been over for everybody. Yeah. They couldn't let that go to trial.
He would have made why so. What do you look like, a disciple?
one of the lesser known disciples, like one irrelevant disciples.
Yeah, he definitely would have starred witnessed his ass off up there. Wow.
And another thing that's very alarming is we realize how connected Jeffrey Epstein was, bro.
Yo, I've been seeing a lot of memes. People are like, yo, what I realized 2026, I got to apologize to a lot of conspiracy theorists out there.
Bro.
And that shit made me laugh because it's like, yo, all this shit really do be connected. Like, literally all of it somehow.
Yo, the powerful people he's connected with.
Bro.
So apparently, allegedly, they came out that he was giving money every month to the head OG-BYN of Ohio State.
What's a BYN?
OG-BYN, the gynecologist. He was giving money to the person that wrote the program at Ohio State every month. So so Jeffrey Epstein was on his payroll. You can imagine what that could be for. Maybe births, maybe miscarriages, maybe abortions, maybe STDs. But he was on the payroll. The head of Ohio State of the entire program was on his payroll. He was connected to they had emails of him with the founders of Bitcoin. Nobody knows who founded Bitcoin. Jeffrey Epstein knows who founded Bitcoin. He was emailing with the owners, the creators of Call of Duty. In one of the emails, Jeff literally said, he's explaining microtransactions. He said, hey, you guys should do microtransactions. Next Call of Duty edition, they start doing microtransactions. He was connected to the head of Victoria's Secret, the head of Bath and Body Works. This one that's very scary. He was connected to the founder or the head of the photography company, the one that does all the photography shoots for students and kids. Jeffrey Epstein has a connection to him. The ones that go around every year to school years and the ones that take everybody's picture, he had a connection with Epstein.
Yeah,
how scary is that?
Yeah.
How scary is that?
But the whole Call of Duty thing, I'm
not saying I'm not
lost. Something like Bath and Body Works, Call of Duty.
But I'm talking
Victoria's Secret, yes, freaky. But Ohio State.
But
I can see where this is going.
But I'm talking about, like, look at all these. Obviously, Peter Thiel's been all up and down the files. He co-founded PayPal, Palantir. You know about Elon. Right. You know about Trump. You know about Bill Gates. But, like, all these powerful people, he had Harvard connections. People with Harvard law, like, bro, he was in everything. Princes, overseas nobility. There was somebody was emailing like, hey, do you know the leader of India? I need something like done, or like, bro, like, he has his hands in everything internationally, and luckily a lot of other nations are also doing their own investigations. So we'll see what comes. But bro, it's crazy the amount of connections that he's had and the amount of people that he knew. How many powerful people he came across and he had connections with is absolutely unbelievably scary.
Damn, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that shit is that's a lot
in all these fields, bro. In all these
Yeah, I want to see it all come together, and then I can't wait till the new Netflix documentary of this, because I need to get put on to what's really how does this all make sense?
Listen,
how does this all connect?
We're talking about the most evil people in the world, honestly. Like, you can't think of anything that's worse than the allegations that came out. Than everything you can't think of a scenario where anything is worse than this.
You know, I'm still of the mind where I'm like, I really got this shit needs to be proven to me.
That's what you think?
I don't necessarily doubt it. I need hardcore evidence.
So
I don't doubt it, but I need the evidence. I don't want no more just random interviews. Don't tell me about who was dead 20 years ago. Don't mention Pusha T ever again to me, because that's what makes it a joke. It becomes like, all right, you're making this hard to believe. Like, I need the evidence. I need the 4K. We had a lot of it, though. Don't get me wrong. Like, him running around the kitchen with them little girls, it's fucking creepy.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's fucking creepy. But if you couldn't find out that was like his daughter and her friends or some shit, that'd be weird as fuck too.
There was a photo of Prince Andrew on top of a face that was blurred out. Prince Andrew was looking at the camera like this. The girl looked incapacitated, but her face was blurred out.
What the fuck be going on, son?
Like But according to DOJ, there's no co-conspirators. No, not at all. These people aren't on an investigation. Bro, burn it down.
Burn it down.
No, burn it to the ground. This needs to all come down, burn to the ground. We need to start fresh and sprout new life, because everybody, I got smoke with everybody. I don't have respect. I don't have no respect for nobody that defends this. No respect. I don't care if it's Democrat. I don't care if it's Republican. I don't care if you're white, black, blue,
purple. I don't care if it's my mama.
I don't care if it's my mother either.
Right.
These people stand for nothing.
Yeah, beyond that, they're standing for the most evil shit you could possibly think of, like you said, and it's just unfathomable for me. Like,
it's just so like.
But you telling me these people was kidnapping little girls and they were just going magically disappearing, and like, it's like, damn, that shit sounds like a plot to a movie that I just can't even see Hollywood approving that budget. Like, nah, that's unrealistic. This is crazy.
And you remember the whole thing with Wayfair a few years ago?
Yeah. They were saying Wayfair was transporting kids and shit or something like that.
Wayfair was in the files as well. And it would be
that makes sense.
It would be random cabinets, and the name would be Matilda on it. It'd be for like $8,000 on Wayfair. You could all look it up. Yeah.
And they were saying there was a kid in that box?
They were saying that allegedly they were saying that they were transporting children using their Wayfair. That's conspiracy came out and everybody was like, "Ha ha, that's funny." But
Yeah.
see, you're on the mindset that it's so outlandish that you can't wrap your mind around it, and that's it's so sensationalized. It's like it can't be true. I understand.
It's also because it's the same stories we've always heard since we were kids. We've always heard the idea of like,
and that's how they want you. And they call us and that the thing about not even America, the thing about the world and how the world's ran. If you actually knew the real secrets behind a lot of the stuff, you would call them conspiracy theories, and that's what they're called, conspiracy theories. And once you label it as a conspiracy theory, now
motherfuckers like me are like, I don't even pay that shit no mind.
That's it. Now, once you label something as a conspiracy,
That's true.
Then that automatically leaves room for error or leaves room for doubt. But if you really know, most of this, like a lot of the FBI files that have been redacted after years and years, like a lot of the stuff is all conspiracy theories. Oh, we were talking about that for years.
You know what they need to do is they need to involve the word cartel. Because see, as soon as you say the word cartel, I believe anything you tell me. You feel me?
and that's how
I believe everything they do.
And that's how they want you to get. Those are they have a label. Those are the bad guys. We're the good guys. Mm-hmm. Even though we're probably doing worse shit than they're doing.
For sure. But I know
it's us versus them.
I know for sure the cartel has been zeroing in and making people their number one like resource. Like they're not trying to sell drugs. They're gonna make plenty of money off drugs, but they're making more money off of people, of human trafficking than they are of drug trafficking. So like if they just say the word cartel enough, I'm all ears. I'm gonna pay mad attention. But right now, I'll be like, I just need, this shit needs to come out. Is Obama guilty? Where's LeBron in all this? I'll be like, I feel like LeBron's somewhere in all this, man. And I need to find out the truth, allegedly. I don't think LeBron's really in this.
Yeah, I know what
I
you mean.
really don't know. I don't know what to expect, son.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that, because when you say the word cartel, because who has worked with cartels in the past?
Us, the bad guys.
No, those are bad guys. We're not the bad guys.
America.
I know, but I'm saying, but it's a us versus them thing.
Damn, son.
So I guess we'll see what happens and what comes out of this. But as of now,
Trump needs to hurry up and die of old age.
Nah, I don't.
He needs to hurry up.
I want
and
him,
die.
I need him
to live to 140.
I need him to face the noise.
Absolutely.
I need his whole world to crumble around him.
I feel like
because I think what you're saying is going out too easy. Way too easy.
Nah, yeah, for sure. What I'm saying, I'm obviously being sarcastic.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, the moral story, I'd just rather him be dead. But I'm just saying, like, this shit, I don't know, man. I don't know. Are we ever going to see the truth? I feel like, how long ago? Epstein went to jail. When was that again? I feel like that was like 10 years ago.
Bro, he went to jail initially like 07, 08, and then he got his sweetheart deal, remember?
Right.
And then he went back in like
07, 08? That's crazy.
Yeah. And then he got his sweetheart deal, don't forget.
Right.
Alexander Acosta, who ended up on the Trump's cabinet in 2016, who gave him that deal, and then he went. I know he died in 2019, so he probably went like 2017.
Okay, yeah,
2018.
Okay,
that's the same around the same time. Ghislaine Maxwell went in,
right,
and they're already back. I already know. She's currently in a minimum security prison. I already know that Trump is probably going to be looking to pardon her as long as she clears his name. So I already know that's coming. That's around the corner. That's around the corner.
You've been saying that for a while. You got your money on that on Kalshi.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But why is she in a minimum security prison? She's the right hand woman of the most prolific child sex trafficker in this generation. Why is she in minimum security? See, that's why this whole thing needs to burn.
Yeah.
Like, that's why everything needs to come down.
Yeah, you're not
lying. Why?
That really doesn't add up.
It doesn't. That's why this whole thing needs to burn. And I'm here for it. And I'll be watching it. And we'll be smoking on everybody pack.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see who actually gets held responsible for any of this shit. Because it's just looking like everybody we know and love is going to jail for this shit. Like all the actors, all the entertainers, everybody.
Good. I hope so. Like Kodak, I hope so.
I'm fucking crying.
So we can go anywhere you want to go after this.
I did want to hear about, we're talking about government and the politics. I wanted to hear about the U.S. blockade on Cuba.
Oh,
the
Cuba.
oil blockade.
Cuba.
Yeah.
So,
Talk to me a little bit because you know a whole bunch. All this world news. This is your field.
Bro, I'm about to bust this down right quick.
Yeah, please explain.
Cuba faces crippling blackouts amid U.S. oil pressure. President Trump on January 29th executive order imposed tariffs on countries supplying oil to Cuba, worsening shortages after Venezuela's shipments stopped following Maduro's capture on January 3rd. Rolling blackouts up to 20 hours daily have closed hotels, halted airport fuel sales, stranded tourists, and spiked food prices like milk to $6 per liter on the black market.
God damn.
Not only that, many of the hospitals don't have fuel for the hospitals as well. So, some experts are saying that this is borderline on a genocidal what's going on in Cuba. And I will say this has been going on in Cuba for 30, 40 years. And every year the UN votes, and every year this is most lopsided vote every year, to where 99% of countries condemn the U.S.'s embargoes and sanctions that they've had on Cuba for the last 40 years. The only ones that seem to be in favor of it is United States and Israel, I believe. The most lopsided every year. And despite America putting a stranglehold on Cuba's economy for the last 40 years, Cuba has had some of the best doctors in the world.
Facts.
Cuba has had a higher literacy rate than America.
It has the highest literacy rate in the world.
I didn't know that. Highest literacy rate in the world. They have a better owning percentage than America. When COVID-19 happened, they were sending doctors to Africa and other places that needed it. Wow. When Hurricane Katrina happened, they were sending doctors and stuff over to New Orleans for aid. When somebody like Nelson Mandela came out of jail, the first place he visited was Cuba. All this, despite all of the sanctions and the stranglehold that the U.S. has had on Cuba's economy over 30 years. So they've been able to do all this with one hand tied behind their back. And it's unbelievable that when you look at it, America will say that socialism doesn't work, but that doesn't make any sense because they're not acting as if socialism doesn't work. Because one of my mentors told me that your actions speak so loud, I can't hear what you're saying. If your actions speak so loud, I can't hear what you're saying. So, since World War II, what has dominated our foreign policy is destroying any regime that is not for the capitalist endeavors that are pro-communism, that are pro-socialism. If something doesn't work, why would you spend billions of dollars trying to undermine it? It doesn't make any sense. Mm-hmm. If it's not going to work, I would just sit down the sideline, wait for it to collapse, and then come in as the hero. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't put all these measures in place to make sure it collapses. It doesn't make any sense. And I wanted to pivot to what, I don't know if you saw Marco Rubio just made a speech. Bro, Marco Rubio just made a speech.
Who's Marco Rubio, by the way?
Marco Rubio is a part of Trump's cabinet.
Oh, okay.
And Marco Rubio, he said in the speech, basically he was saying since World War II, he was saying that Europe's gotten soft, that we've gotten soft, that we've let our colonies start to undermine the power that we've had. He said we've let our allies. We don't want weak allies. He basically declared war on the entire world and saying that we can do whatever we want to do, regardless of whether our allies are with us or not. But we have to bolster and strengthen the colonial powers that made America great again. He basically declared war on the world. That's what it's.
When did he say this?
Yesterday or yesterday or 2 days ago, like literally just. And the thing that I really want to drive home on one of the big pieces I want people to take away from this podcast is delineating and making sure that American people realize who our enemy is versus the enemy of the elites. because they're not the same thing.
Damn.
They're not the same thing.
Break that down for him.
Since World War II, the taxpayers and the veterans and the military personnel has been boots on the ground and funding the the wars around the world that only benefit the elites, that have no benefit to the people of America. And if you look at this, I'm just gonna say this: if Patrice Lumumba isn't my enemy, Thomas Sankara isn't my enemy, Hugo Chavez isn't my enemy, Che Guevara isn't my enemy, Manuel Noriega isn't my enemy, Nicolas Maduro isn't my enemy, Saddam Hussein.
You sure Saddam not the enemy? Because I feel like he's the enemy.
Okay.
That's the propaganda.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that. So I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of pushback for this, but I'm glad you said that. So we invaded Iraq. I'm glad you said that because that is the main story that most people know about.
Right.
We invaded Iraq in 2003. Spent billions of dollars over there. 10 plus years boots on the ground with our soldiers. We have soldiers that have gotten hurt. We have soldiers that have lost their lives based off the war in Iraq. I'm not asking you, but in general, name me one tangible benefit the American people has gotten from the war in Iraq. One, that the people of this country that has fit the bill for the war and boots on the ground for the war, name a tangible benefit. There is none. Only a small amount of people has benefited from all the world destruction that we've been doing.
Right.
We've never, and that's the point I want to drive home. That we have to. It's not Saddam's fault that right now we are in the worst housing crisis in American history. It's not Saddam's fault that everybody's healthcare premium has gone up. That our infrastructure is horrible. That we subsidize billion-dollar companies. Have you seen Baltimore? Have you seen Detroit?
I'm into Baltimore. Yeah.
Have you seen St. Louis? Have you seen West Virginia? Have you seen Oklahoma?
Yeah.
You see how some of these places look in our country?
Yeah.
And my thing is if what we're doing to other countries, another leader was doing to their own country, we'd be using that as justification for going in and removing them as leaders. Mm-hmm. When we're talking about the stranglehold that we put on other countries' resources, when we talk about what ICE is doing on our own streets, mm-hmm. and we be calling that person a dictator, we be wanting to remove them from power. And we want to talk about the gods of a two-party system. We don't have a two-party system. We have a uni-party system because they both favor the elites. Mm-hmm. They both do not represent the interests of the people, both parties.
Yeah, no.
Because... we have a lot to talk about. I don't want to keep going on this topic, but they have us so caught up in social issues, while when it comes to world politics, that there's always a 100% backing for anything that we do. For example, a few years ago, there was a vote in Congress that caused a lot of controversy where there were veterans who were burn victims. Right. If the American people were still going to be paying the health expenses for these burn victims of veterans, and people were going back and forth about that. Why are we going back and forth about that? But when it comes to increasing our defense budget every year, nobody asked where that money's coming from. Right. Even though they never passed an audit. When it comes to giving billions of dollars to Israel, we just gave 3.3 billion more to Israel just now. It's always bipartisan. But they want to filibuster when it comes to social issues that help people in America. It's a uniparty system. Mm-hmm. They don't care about the people. So it doesn't matter who's in power. We're always going to serve the elites, and I think it's time for the people to wake up because we see where we're going, and it's just very unfortunate. And We're in a situation where they want to talk about the birth rate being down, and they want to talk about the elephant in the room, the fact that nobody can afford to have children.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. But they want to make it seem like it's all these other reasons. And then they want to complain about immigration. But like I've been saying before, we are victims of our own ambition. We destroy these other places and are mad when those people want to come here for refuge. Mm-hmm. So we create the problems that we complain about. So I just want people to wake up and understand what's really going on. And it's easy to be in this bubble in America that so many people are caught in because we're shielded for what's going on. But I want people to actually wake up and see what's actually going on and where your tax dollars are actually going. And before we have a revolution of the people, it has to be a revolution of the mind. So I just want to say that.
No, that's deep. That's true though. But it's it's very easy to be like me, for example, where it's like I'm just so focused on my little world.
Of course, no, but that's how they make it. That is the first world problems. We don't understand what we're doing. We've been doing Cuba for 40 years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, and I'm a person all about sovereignty. I think every nation should be sovereign and be able to control their own destinies. And I just want people to wake up. So I just want to leave it there because we got a lot to talk about.
I'll tell you, them Epstein files gonna wake people up for sure. We're gonna see some more shit.
But if that's what it takes, if the Epstein files is what it takes for people to wake up, but bro, watch the Marco Rubio. I just saw a clip of it, bro. He's literally declaring war on the world. Like, yeah, we've been. He's basically saying, yeah, we've been pussy these past few years. You know, all these he's calling out Europe, like, yo, y'all let y'all colonies get out of control. You know, it's time to reel that back. Yo, bro, yeah, bro, we talk about these people are evil.
Yo, bro, I be thinking the same shit. Like, just some other shit.
Yo, so I just want people to wake up. So, we'll be tight chested, and I'll show you. I'll tell you guys exactly what's going on with Cuba and everything. So.
I mean, in other news, there's a whole bunch of entertainment topics that I wanted to make sure we get into because, I mean, I don't know, you've been seeing it like, so recently, there's been a lot of versus talk, and it's led into a lot of the controversy that's been going on in hip-hop. But I do want to hear because the whole little T.I. and 50 Cent back and forth, I realized it all came from T.I. asking 50, like, what up with a versus? And 50 was like, I want to play the get this motherfucker as far away as possible from me game. And then he posted the video of T.I. telling in the courtroom. So that's what that all stemmed from, which is mad petty. Like, how would they call you off for a versus and you're like, nah, he's a rat. I don't want nothing to do with him. But you may BMF with a rat, but whatever. Anyway, not the point. The point is, I do want to hear your thoughts. Who do you got in the verses, T.I. or 50 Cent? This is a two-part question because then I got to ask you about another person.
I think that
T.I. versus 50 Cent in the verses. They got 15 songs. I need to know, who do you think wins?
Honestly, I think that people are sleeping on T.I. and T.I.'s catalog.
On my mother is what I'm trying to tell people. Like, listen, 50 star power was crazy.
Yeah, but T.I. early 2000s tip was crazy.
No,
bro.
but T.I.'s catalog is so vast.
Yes,
it's not just early. See, I think people forget 50 had for real like a 3-4 year run where he was like the man. Like 02, 03-ish to like 07. By the time him and Ye dropped them albums, what was it, like 9/11, like 2007 or something like that? It was Graduations versus Curtis. That shit was, it was the clear tale, like, okay, 50 is going this way. He started doing shit like Ayo Technology and all this other shit, which is like technically a hit, but like, we don't really need that shit, you feel me? But if you want to go song for song, like, it's going to be hard, because 50 got like an album and a half that's just classic. Like, he could play anything damn near off of Get Rich or Die Trying, and it's gonna go up. But Tip got some shit.
I think that if we're not counting G Unit, I think
you gotta count it all. Count it all.
So we're counting features and everything as well.
Of course, yeah, you gotta count.
Okay.
You gotta give him the feature. If it's some fun, Jadakiss did a whole freestyle over a Biggie beat for his verses. Like, why not?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's not an original song. That's literally a freestyle. That wasn't from an album, nothing. That was a freestyle. You know what I'm saying? That was fly as fuck, though. Because the crowd reaction to that, you had the whole Madison Square Garden spitting a freestyle. Like, that shit was dope as fuck. When you did the Who Shot You freestyle on that?
Yeah.
Like, from the Champ Is Here mixtapes, that shit was dope.
But who I got, honestly, I got T.I., honestly.
You got T.I.?
I got T.I.
I'm gonna come
I think
it also depends where they do it at.
I think I personally, I think that as far as peak, 50 might have it, but as far as catalog,
yeah, I think peak 50 got it.
But T.I. has a bigger, yes,
and like I mean they're all pretty versatile because it's like what are 50's some of 50's biggest trains? You know what I'm saying? Like you got Wankster for sure. Like you got fucking in the club. Like in the club's gonna be a hard one to beat. I'm not gonna lie, but it's like I feel like that shit's so commercial to us. We're just like all right, whatever. Like, but like in the club, like don't get me like if you in the club. I don't know what you want to put against that, like a you don't know me or Rubber Band Man
24s.
Fuck, then he got shit like Live Your Life. Like,
yeah, and then he got and why you want to go and do
that? Why you want to go? That shit was one of the ones back then.
People forget T.I.'s catalog.
Bring them out. It's hard to yell with the barrels in your mouth.
Yeah, Swagger Like Us was him. That's his song.
Swagger Like Us. That's also
his song.
One. Like, and then you got 50 with PIMP. He dropped that. He dropped 21 Questions. Shit.
Somebody shut it down. 21 Questions.
He dropped 21 Questions.
Many Men?
Many Men, yes. That's what I'm saying. But like, you feel me? Tip will do some shit like If It Ain't About the Money with Doug from 2014.
Yeah,
and you'll forget how hard that was. Don't be calling me up if it ain't about the money. Like, oh man, I don't know. Like it can go crazy. Paper Trails T.I. was that was his peak. Like he was up there, bro.
Urban Legend, yo, bro. T.I. got some, yo. I think
I got a T.I. quote tatted on my wrist, by the way. So like, I always got to reiterate that because I don't think people realize how important T.I. was. Like, I was 14 when I went and got that. Like that's how important T.I. was at one point in life. Like that Tip was one of them ones.
Nah, he really was.
Cliff was one of them ones. But now I also want to ask because there's been a lot of internet talk about Lil Wayne recently, and I don't know if you're familiar with who Lil Russell is, but he's kind of like let's call him like a Bay Area Chance the Rapper, but slightly might be cornier. I think Chance is a lot better sonically. I don't want to discredit Lil Russell because I don't really listen to him like that, but Lil Russell, young rapper, he's actually right around our age. I think he's like 31. So he grew up in our era as far as music wise, and he went on a podcast and said that as much as people call Lil Wayne the GOAT, he realized that he says that 95% of what Wayne rapped about had no substance. And the internet was in fucking flames after that. There was a large percentage of people who did say, yeah, he's right. Lil Wayne didn't rap about shit. And then there was the flurry of people who were bringing out all the super deep, introspective Lil Wayne tracks. You got shit like Hustler Music that any real nigga cry listening to Hustler Music. Like
Tie My Hands was crazy.
Tie My Hands, Georgia Bush. Like you like there's so many songs. His catalog's so vast, it's hard for me to get into it for real. But like even like dope concept songs like Dr. What was that called?
Dr. Carter.
Dr. Carter.
Or, Dr. Carter.
Like what? That shit was so hard. Mr. Carter, Dr. Carter. Like, bro, Wayne prior to No Ceilings was like a different beast. Like that. I don't think people are nearly as respectful as they are. And I feel like he's getting the Kobe treatment where like he was goated at one point, and then like I feel like it kind of just got overrun by like people like Drake and now you got so many artists that are having a 10+ year run that you forget like, oh, this motherfucker was the greatest at one point, like undeniably the greatest.
I think also what clouds a lot of people's judgment is Lil Wayne's entire catalog.
Right, because I'm telling you, after No Ceilings,
that's what I'm saying. Lil Wayne had a lot of peaks and also a lot of valleys.
Yeah.
So I think that's also clouding a lot of people's views.
But it was valleys to some people. But he was catering to a much bigger audience. Once he left the No Ceilings, went to jail, went to Rikers, came back. He came back on his truck fit. Suck a nigga dick for some truck fit.
I remember that.
And he was pandering to the kids. He was skateboarding. He was doing a whole bunch of shit.
I Am Not a Human Being. Remember all that?
He went to the rock and roll bag. Remember that? Like Prom Queen was hard as fuck. I ain't gonna lie.
But no. But when we're having this discussion about hip hop. So when you're talking about catering to other people, we're talking about hip hop. We're talking about in the realm of hip hop.
But I mean, it was still hip hop though. Like even his Prom Queen shit was high.
But you're talking about catering to other people. I'm
talking about the youth. I'm talking about age wise.
But I'm talking about for the hip hop community.
It was still a hip hop community.
But I'm saying there's a lot of valleys.
I feel like to us, but maybe
Nah,
to the
bro.
younger crowd,
Listen,
they were loving that shit.
Bro, I like Dedication 5, so like the Carter, 6, no, like
No,
nobody.
4, 5, 6,
Nobody, but nobody, like.
None of those better.
That's what I'm trying to say. He was so goated at one point that when you look at his entire career, I feel like he fell off the cliff for a lot of people. And also, I feel like a lot of people feel like his music didn't necessarily age well.
But you know what it is, though? It's the concept of what Russell was saying is that he wasn't talking about shit.
I agree. I agree.
You agree that
Yeah.
majority? Wow.
As much as I love Lil Wayne growing up, he wasn't talking about nothing. He had the craziest punchlines anybody has ever heard. But most of the songs, he wasn't talking about shit, bro. He was talking about getting fly. He was talking about some crazy, like, he would put it in a way that nobody's ever heard before. But as far as substance
Crazy entendres, you're right.
I'm not saying that he doesn't have songs of substance,
right.
but I'm talking about for the bulk of it. 80% of Lil Wayne's music, he's not talking about shit.
So
I agree.
So now the question is,
Okay.
this is my 2-part to the
Okay, go ahead.
first versus question. T.I. versus Lil Wayne, 50 versus Lil Wayne. Who do you think could dethrone Lil Wayne in the verses?
I don't know, bro. I think it can go either way. Honestly, I think it really depends on which tracks go up against which tracks and which tracks they decide to go with.
Nah, I don't think nobody can fuck with Wayne for real.
I don't know.
Like,
you don't think nobody?
The only people I can see fucking with Wayne in the verses would have to be like a Drake. And Drake. That's about it.
Nah, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, I don't think we realize.
I think Future's packing him up.
You're crazy.
Nah, bro.
It depends on the demographic, and I'm way more of a Future fan than Lil Wayne fan.
I think Future packing Wayne.
You
up.
think Future will pack up Lil Wayne? They're not even technically the same era, because
they're not the same era.
Exactly, like.
But we're talking about hits.
Yeah, but I was comparing them to T.I. and 50.
Because
But
they're eras.
You did say you okay. I said nobody in general. So I mean, yeah.
But it's hard.
Maybe a Future.
Listen, it's hard. It's hard to compare different eras. I'll give you that. You
Yeah,
can't really
it's
compare
like,
different
yo,
eras because different judges.
If Drake, because you got Lil Wayne brings out the 99, the 2000s Wayne, fucking bling bling, drop it like it's not drop it like it's hot.
Those are not going, bro. Those are not hits. All I hear is bling bling. He created bling bling, but in the grand scheme of things.
What? Did you just say bling bling wasn't a fucking hit, bro? Every time I come around your city, bling bling.
It was more.
Pinky ring worth about 50, bling bling.
That's
You're
more.
bugging.
That's more nostalgic. We're talking about some of the. Yeah, bro.
Bob, please tell this motherfucking bling bling was a smash hit, dog. What are you talking about? Bling bling and what's the? Why am I drawing a blank right now? The Juvenile song. After you back it up.
Bro, he has 4 bars on that song.
That was the hardest shit on the song, bro. What are you talking about?
Stop it.
How can you not put that up there though? That's gonna get put up there,
bro. He has 4 bars on that track.
And you know what? He could do the verse from fucking Destiny's Child, Soldier. He could do that.
Yes, he can. Yes.
Body marked up like a subway in Harlem to us was the craziest shit in the world.
Those are yes.
Especially because it was so dope coming from a nigga from the middle of New Orleans. It was like, yo, this nigga's rapping about Harlem. Like, I know what he's talking about. I know what the subway look like.
I think he edges out T.I. and 50. I think he edges out T.I. and 50.
It's like, bro, when he drops a milli,
when you doing features,
when he does 6 foot, 7 foot,
bro.
When he do them verses, just talk to moms, told her she the sweetest. I beat the beat up, call herself defense.
What was we taking over, bro? He went crazy.
Oh my
he
God! The day he claimed to be the greatest rapper.
Am the beast.
Feed me rappers or feed me beats. What? Bruh, I don't know, bro. And this is what I'm saying. The energy in that room gonna turn crazy. I think if he do the upgrade you freestyle that he did, I am D-boy, no B-boy. I was straight up destroy and E-boy. Birdman and I free-boy. Money and bitches are just free-boy. Nah, bro.
Money in the street, I am
the leader. What did he do to that? He said, I am LeBron James if he's Jordan. No, I want ransom more performance. I'm more Kobe Bryant, nothing, all this. Same game, same Ben. Yo, bro, you got to just go listen to Wayne's catalog one more time. Remember what them verses was hitting for.
Don't forget.
I can't even go word for word right now. I apologize, y'all, because I'm getting emotional right now. This motherfucker just told me bling bling wasn't a hit, and that hurt my heart first. And then you're going to get crucified for that.
Listen to me.
We need to make sure he puts us on a fucking clip. And you tell people over the age of 30 that bling bling wasn't a hit.
When it comes to Lil Wayne songs, that's not even in the top 20.
Okay, but that's not saying that it wasn't a hit though.
But yeah, okay, I'll give you that. I'm talking about.
Just saying.
All right, okay.
He got 50 hits. You're right. It might not be top 20.
All right, you're right. If LeBron scores 23 in a game, that's still a good game. but
type
not for
shit.
LeBron.
Exactly.
Okay.
Type shit.
Okay,
that's exactly that.
That's
That's a
what
great
I'm
way
trying to
put
say.
it.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, as
You're
far
right,
as
though.
his catalog, if I hear that shit, I'm like, get that shit out of here. He has more songs. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm telling you, there's gonna be some 40 and
Yo,
50-year-olds
what's
that are gonna be very upset that you said that.
What's that with Joel's, bro?
That whole tape. That whole I can't feel my face.
Yeah.
If he do Birds Flying High, we'd have a fucking we'd cry.
Yeah.
I'm smoking Dime bags of Piff to Birds Flying High. That's how I remember my childhood. Like, yo, bro, what? What? Oh my god! Oh my god! Yo, bro, I don't know.
Hard
man.
body.
Hard body, motherfucker, got the heart of a killer. We can do this all day.
We can do this all day.
Shoot a nigga in his port, make him land in his kitchen. If you hit the head, can the rest fall in position? Yo,
Shoot a
bro,
nigga.
bro, don't do this right now. We
But
cannot.
Adam Simmons, and I keep that torch, baby. Call me Olympics. All right.
Yo, sorry, y'all.
So yeah,
we had a moment.
We had a moment.
We had a moment.
So yeah, I think he's getting 50 in Ti.
Yeah,
but I think it's closer than a lot of people think.
Yeah.
It's closer than a lot of people
And also,
think.
I think T.I. is much closer to 50 than people think too. Cause people just was like,
Oh, yeah, they
people were going
disrespecting
off
T.I.
like, yo, 50, I'll kill him.
Y'all-
I'm
y'all
like,
disrespecting
50
T.I.
got about 20 songs. Y'all gotta chill.
And
That's about it. You got an album and a half.
And the younger
Respectfully, though.
generation only knows Ti for his reality show. You feel me? They don't really know. They don't
Yeah,
really know.
the younger generation is a little lost, but they need to put some respect on
I
my
agree.
mans.
I think it's closer, but
Wasn't
I think
T.I. on Shoulder Lean? I was shoulder lean. I
yeah,
don't know
he
how
was.
to. Come on, we're not doing this.
With Dro?
Of course, Joe's an underrated lyricist for sure from the South. That's one thing I remember appreciating early was that I realized just because they got a Southern draw didn't mean it wasn't saying
No,
nothing.
exactly.
Like I appreciated Switcher
too.
House, Mike Jones, all them motherfuckers down there. Lil Flip was a monster. Even Paul Wall. Like if you listen to Paul Wall's bars, you be like, what the bro really rapping? That's how he gets on songs like fucking Drive Slow with Kanye and them. Everybody on that song was a top lyricist,
Yeah,
and then you got Paul Wall going verse 2.
Yeah, nah, he went crazy.
And there's a reason why, because he was bugging. You just gotta learn how to listen and get past the little bit of an accent. You realize like, oh, these other motherfuckers wasn't playing.
Project Pat, bro. You can't tell me nothing about Pat.
Oh, nah, yeah.
You
Project
can't
Pat
tell
was
me
different.
nothing about Pat,
Yeah.
You
Can't tell me nothing about 3-6 for real. Can't tell you nothing about 3-6.
But yeah, so I got Wayne edging out both T.I. and 50, but I think it's closer than a lot of people.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
And it's hard to do cross generation versus. I think you have to keep it in generation. In order to be fair.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't do cross. So I wouldn't even put him against Future because I don't think that's different generations.
Because the crowd's gonna matter way too much.
Yeah, I think that's yeah.
I think that would definitely. But I mean, it'd be bro. I would love to see it, but I know it's never gonna happen.
But
it's never gonna happen.
But speaking since on the topic, I know YoungBoy said you can put anybody top 15 songs against me and a loser never rap again. And somebody said Future. He said you smoke more dope than me.
Yo, bro.
So what you think about that?
Listen,
What you think about that?
Listen, I love Kentrell's music, but he's in way over his head with that one. He's over his head with that. He lost his mind, dog.
Don't
and I
disagree.
listen to a lot of YoungBoy, but I listen to a lot of YoungBoy, way more than I should for my age. And I listen to exponentially more Future still. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, for every one YoungBoy song I listen to a day, I listen to about 3-4 Future songs a day. And that's saying a lot. Because I listen to music all day. All I do is work in my studio. I literally listen to music probably more than the average person that doesn't do music, for sure.
Yes, correct.
Like, I'm literally in this motherfucker all day, 8 to 12, 15, 16 hours. I'm listening to music 90% of that time.
Yeah.
So I listen to a lot of music. And it's just like, I don't think nobody is touching Future. When I really think about what I said about Wayne, nobody's touching Wayne. Nobody's touching Future. I don't think.
Only person is Drake.
Yeah,
that's the only person.
I'm sorry.
That's the only person.
It sucks because you just can't.
That's the
you
only.
can't. Drake is the anomaly. Son.
That is the only person.
Is the anomaly.
Who I think can.
The
edge out
baddiest.
Future.
Nobody's fucking with the
nobody.
baddiest.
I don't think there's anybody else in this current in the generation between in the past 15 years.
Yeah, nah, it's not
15,
happening.
16 years. Nobody.
It's not happening.
15, 16 years
You're
worth
gonna
of
have to
music.
resurrect Mike or something.
But see, that's cross generation.
That's what I'm saying. That's cross genre. We doing some other shit. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Future different. Future is different. Future could just do 15 songs prior to 2018, and you'll be like, "Oh,
that's
shit, I forgot how nice this
he
nigga was."
could do all of 56 Nights. He could do all of Beast Mode.
That's what I'm saying.
He could do all of sponsor.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Like
that's all
literally,
needs.
he can do
Like,
2 whole different generation of verses and then still crush whatever you talking about, young boy.
Yeah. So the only person in this generation is Drake.
Yeah,
and Drake
so
is.
We can agree to that one.
right.
I knew we would agree to that one. That was a no brainer. I almost forgot to mention that because that was going on last week. But ever since all this Lil Wayne disrespect and all 50 Cent beefing with everybody, the conversation switched to that as opposed to Young Boy versus Future. But yeah, I was talking about this shit a couple times in my story. Like, y'all bugging
out.
Y'all bugging out.
The thing is, Kentrell has so many songs, but I think he has a lot of peaks and valleys for me. A lot of misses.
Yeah, for sure, a lot of misses. Yes.
And
very similar to Young Future though. Young Future, I'm talking about 2012, 2013, 2014. I'll never forget. You came to my house in like 2011 or 2012, and it was right when Gucci dropped 3 tapes. He dropped the Pee Wee Longway mixtape. He dropped a tape with Future,
Free Bricks,
and then I forgot who the other artist was. I think it was like Rich Homie Quan or some shit like that. I don't remember, but regardless, he dropped 3 tapes, and we were both like, why the fuck did he do a whole tape with Future? We didn't really know Future that well yet.
I got more ammo than Gilbert Arenas.
we didn't get it.
Nah, we didn't get it.
You feel me? I just remember listening to Confused on that album, and I was like, that shit's hard. That song Confused. I'm too confused. Molly, I'm too confused. That shit was hard, but that was like the entrance of like, okay, Future is gonna be part of this like
Stevie
iPod
Wonder,
I got.
Black Shades.
Right, I like it or not, Future's gonna be part of the iPod because Gucci was next to him, and it's just crazy to see what he. Yeah, it's crazy to see where he went. But I was just saying that he had a lot of misses on the first couple tapes.
That's right.
Like when he was dropping them first,
even Pluto, like like that Pluto era. But yeah, nah, I don't think.
And I mean, speaking of 50 Cent, did you see the whole altercation between Tony Yayo, Uncle Murder, and Ja Rule?
Oh, on the first class flight up.
First class flight to Delta. Did you get to see the clips on that shit?
I saw a little clip of it.
And now I'm gonna be honest, I was embarrassed. I had like secondhand embarrassment with that whole situation. Like
these old heads, bro.
It was like, yeah, like bro, we all over 50 years old. Like, let's not do this right now. Like, what are we doing? We're on first class flight, and like, if people don't understand, anything you do at an airport on an airplane is federal.
Federal.
You know what I'm saying? So you go ahead and punch somebody on a plane and have at it, but you're gonna get federal charges. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna get nasty for you. You don't really want to deal with that. But the really harsh part about that is you will also be blacklisted off every flight. Yeah. Not just for Delta, not for JetBlue.
Once you're on that list, it's over.
Yeah, once you're on that list.
No-fly list?
Yeah, you're done. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need to know a monarchy somewhere to get back on an airplane. You're gonna need to know you're gonna need to be cool with French Montana wife if you want to get back on a fucking airplane. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I thought it was kind of corny to even try it. Also because Yayo and them were doing an interview. They've been doing podcast. Shout out to their podcast, The Real Report. They just dropped a new podcast, him and Uncle Murder, and they were talking about it on there. Like, they knew Ja Rule was about to get on that flight. Somebody told them, like, while they were waiting to board the plane, somebody tapped their shoulder. He said it was like a random fan who I guess seen that Ja Rule was already waiting on that flight, and I guess he got up to get something to eat or whatever, and so Ja Rule wasn't sitting in the waiting area where you wait for the flight. So I guess somebody tapped Yayo and was like, "Yo, you got no Ja Rule on the flight?" And he was like, "What?" So they already had the ups on him. So it was kind of like, man, you knew you wasn't gonna do nothing, which is also why they had the cameras out already. Like, I'm glad they didn't do nothing, because the last thing you need is a bunch of 50-year-olds squabbling on first class. That's ridiculous. There's probably kids in there. There's for sure women in there. Like, chill out. You know what I'm saying? It's a bad look. You know. Especially, like, your name is Uncle Murder. Like, just chill, bro. Like, you don't need to be in headlines for getting into a fight on a plane. But I want to hear your thoughts on it a little bit.
What are we doing?
Right. Like, I can't imagine my dad or my uncle is, like, about to fight over some beef from 2001. Like, what?
Yeah.
And then, like, Ja Rule ends up, they say, like, Ja Rule kind of just got rowdy immediately to get himself removed from the plane. But I mean, from what it looked like he stood up on all 10s. Like,
none of that shit mean anything.
And none of it means anything. Like, I really wish like Ja Rule would just stand in the seat and just played it off. Because what they gonna do? Try to make videos of him, try to be funny from behind him? Because the fucked up shit is his seat was directly in front of them.
Yeah, I know, literally.
Like I could tap your shoulder. Like, I can just push your chair and I'm bothering you.
Yeah, kicking your chair.
Like, I put my knees on your chair and I'm bothering you. So like it was just wild, man. It was wild, but that was all over Super Bowl weekend. And I don't know if you saw the headline. Super Bowl weekend was full of a bunch of stuff. Like, I want to make sure we dive into the Cardi B and Stephon Diggs drama that's been going on after the Super Bowl. But also, did you hear about Keon White from the San Francisco 49ers and got shot?
Nah.
You didn't hear about okay. So there was an altercation at an after party after the Super Bowl. There was some club, not sure the club's name is in San Francisco. People who don't know, the Bay Area is a very, very shiesty place. Shit, just last year, remember Ricky Pearsall, the rookie for the 49ers, got
he
shot
got
in the
shot.
chest.
That's a fact.
So if you want to get shot, you go to San Francisco. It's a thing. It's also like the gay capital of the world, but that's not the point. You can either get shot or end up in a prop parade. It's one of the two. But apparently, Keon White was there during the after party, and he got into an altercation with somebody from Lil Baby's crew. And in the midst of that altercation, that turned in, and I'm not too sure what the altercation was, because, you know, everybody knows Lil Baby loves to gamble. Everybody knows his whole crew, like, that's what they do. They show up to cities and they gamble against the richest people, the NFL players, the NBA players, i.e. played like when Takeoff got murdered in the middle of a bunch of millionaires during a dice game in front of a bowling alley. Long story short, Keon White gets shot in the ankle. Thank God it was non-life threatening. And it also was non-career threatening, because there was a team physician from the 49ers that said that if he had gotten shot from a little bit of a different angle, it would have been career ending. He would have had nerve damage, career ending. But luckily, he got shot in the front of the ankle, which apparently is like the strongest point and the easiest to recover from. So, shout out to Keon White.
Hear that. And
honestly, I really hope that Lil Baby, this doesn't fall on Lil Baby, because I feel like the media has been doing a hell of a job at trying to take Lil Baby down.
And it's unfortunate in general, because anytime anything happens to your crew, you're gonna be, your name is the big name.
Right. It's like Lil Baby might as well have shot him.
Exactly. And that's
Lil
the
Baby
thing.
might as well have taken out a gun and shot him in the foot.
And that's the
Frank
thing.
White shit,
Those are grown men as well. You know what I mean? They have their own way of doing things.
And it's really just a reminder to all the young kids that want to walk around with a giant crew of people and, you know, have 100 of their boys with them. It's like, yo, bro, that shit could have ended bad, bro. I promise you. Like, we don't even know the aftermath, because it's only been a couple weeks since it happened. Like, we're going on 2 weeks. But, like, yo, bro, imagine if he would have passed away, God forbid. Like, what? You know what kind of, like what? And then that would have fell on somehow on Lil Baby or whatever, you know? Like, don't forget, there was those 2 kids got killed after a music video shoot in Atlanta after Lil Baby shot in the opposite neighborhood. They try to put that on him. They try to put so much shit on him. And it's like, yo, Baby can't catch a break right now. He needs to stay the fucking side. Make your music and stay the fucking side.
Or stop rolling, you feel me?
Stop rolling around motherfuckers that's gripped up. What are we doing? Like... But at the same time, it's part of hip hop. They say it's the most dangerous job in the world is to be a rapper. You're a constant target, and motherfuckers looking to do something to you just because.
That is very true.
Yeah, but I mean, they say the real winner of the Super Bowl, they said, was Offset after it all was said and done, because not only did Stephon lose his girl and the Super Bowl, you know, he lost Super Bowl and he lost Cardi B. So I want to hear your thoughts on it, because. Allegedly, they say, not allegedly, it was actually seen and pretty proven that Stephon had, I believe it wasn't just one of his baby moms, but one of his baby moms was there sitting front row with his daughter.
That. Yep.
And I guess it didn't really strike Cardi too well. And then she came out to say that they kind of had broken up already, which was weird, because 2 weeks prior to that, she was at the AFC Championship talking about, we're going to the Super Bowl.
And apparently she paid like $1 million for an after party and never showed up.
Yes, over $1 million they say that there was for the after party. And it's like, why would you do that if they didn't win yet? Like, I don't know. I'm not doing that. If we ain't win yet, we're not doing that.
Wait, you mean the man that had 5 kids on you in 1 year?
Yeah.
Invited his other baby mother?
Yeah.
To the biggest game of his life? Wow.
Now, do you think Stephon's out of pocket for that, though?
Like, I think Stephon Diggs is Stephon Diggs. He's out of pocket in general.
But it's like, yo, if it's...
What you mean?
If it's the Super Bowl, I worked my entire life. I'm in like year fucking 11. I'm like 32 years old. End of my career.
Listen to me. The whole situation's out of pocket.
Yeah, the whole situation's out of pocket. But like me personally, bro, like, yo, this is the greatest moment of my career. The greatest. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is like equivalent to like getting your Grammy as an artist. So, like, this is it. This is the pinnacle of how we, you know, of what we do. Like, I'm bringing everybody who means something to me is coming. And that includes my kids and their moms. Like, it is what it is. Like, I don't think Cardi should have tricked about it, but like, especially because she was playing the whole, I don't care if he got 4 BMs on the way. Like, so, we just gonna pick up each other kids. Like, she gonna help me pick up mine, or pick up theirs. We gonna have a good old time.
So I don't feel.
And then she doubled back and she did some real Bronx bitch shit. Like, bitch, don't talk a good game like you was ready to be BM number 5, and now it's a problem. Right?
So I do not. The only people I feel bad for is the kids. That's the only people I feel bad for in the situation.
Yeah.
She put it on herself. He put it on himself.
Yeah. And you know what's even more fucked up? I keep seeing these memes. They were like, yo, Cardi didn't realize Stephon is just Offset with the letters like reversed. And it's only off by 1 letter, and it fucked my head up. Because, yo, it literally is. The way you said Stephon is just 1 letter off from Offset.
Yo, that's really crazy.
Yeah. And the N doesn't need to be there. But yeah, it's literally, you can spell Offset with Stephon.
But you brought the situation on yourself. You came in a chaotic situation not expecting chaos. This doesn't make any sense.
And I remember, you were a proponent of like this is kind of dumb. Like, why would you leave your husband to go with a man that's clearly known for being what do you want to call it, a gigolo or whatever?
Yeah.
He's a hoe. Like, you left one hoe for another, but you was married over there with a family of fucking like you had 3 kids by this man, and you technically are still married.
Oh yeah, and she about to pay for this divorce.
Ooh,
that's
yes.
the one. Oh yeah.
And listen, I ain't too mad at Offset for that.
Offset about to be up. Just know that
his prenup. I mean, listen, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta protect yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you came into this shit already lit. Like, it's not like y'all built something together. You already came in this motherfucker lit. You gotta protect yourself. Now Cardi's about to learn the lesson that Britney Spears, that Mary J. Blige, a lot of these super successful women have to learn, which normally falls on men to learn, which is like, if you don't protect yourself, you're gonna lose a lot of shit when you go get married. Like, be careful when you go sign that paperwork, because shit. Like Andre 3 Stacks said, man, keep your heart, 3 Stacks. Keep your heart. You like, go get that prenup. Like, it gets nasty. So, I mean, like you said, I feel bad because the only people who are really, really, truly losing are the kids.
It's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate. But what do you expect? Yeah. What do you expect in a situation like that? Before we get out of here, we got to talk about your boy KD. We got to talk about Kevin Durant.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing that Kevin Durant. They were talking about his burner accounts.
You ain't see what's been going on?
Wasn't he like defending Drake on one of his burner accounts? Isn't that what it was?
That's the least.
That's the least. But he's always been burner. He's king burner account.
Yeah, he's one of those.
Yeah, he been that though.
But no, he
invented.
But he was talking crazy about his teammates.
Oh, word?
Former and past.
And they've proven for a fact that was his account.
Oh, bro, he's done. He's
done.
So
that's a bad vibe.
Apparently, he was talking about how he said that Steve Kerr always hated black people ever since MJ punched him. Bro, he was like,
that's fair. Probably. Probably. I ain't gonna lie, niggas snuffed me that hard, and I can't beat him up. I might get racist. Like, shit might get bad.
He called Devin Booker dictators, and he started naming. He said he called him Mussolini.
Devin Booker, the dictator? Oh, he said like
in Phoenix.
He was the more
Phoenix
favorite
situation.
in Phoenix.
He was talking about how how Sengun, his current teammate, can't play defense, can't score. He said they talking about my turnovers, and these boys is your future. He's called when his current team, another current teammate, retarded. Like, yeah, bro, yeah. So,
damn.
KD
always doing this goofy shit.
Oh, Mr. Burner himself, Mr. Twitter Fingers himself.
I don't know. I mean, that's weird though, to have to feel the need to express yourself publicly, but like publicly and private at the same time, because you're hiding behind a fake account. That's like, that got to be like a mental disorder. Something's wrong with him.
He has to be somebody. Somebody said
you need to see somebody.
Somebody said he's really a basketball savant incel, and it was like there was signs. Yeah, he was shooting at in the club. He was shooting through. He was like, there was signs.
Look to the Nike tag. All he knows is basketball. He don't know nothing else. All he knows is basketball.
He said the signs were there. And it's crazy, but I want to know who's the one who leaked this, because KD on his real page, there was a thread he was going back and forth with somebody, and this other page out of nowhere, account was just created. His only tweet is KD gonna address the fact that this is his burner account, and that tweet got like 15 million likes, and that's the one that exposed everything. So I want to know who that person is who created an account just to expose KD. But it's just it's this is showing what everybody knew, that KD's an unbelievable basketball player, horrible leader.
Yeah,
atrocious leader.
It's literally like what's gonna say on his NBA plaque. I mean, his Hall of Fame plaque.
Like he OKC, flailed out of OKC, blamed Russ, and then went to Golden State. Was mad that they didn't embrace you as it was your team, because it wasn't your team, it was Steph's. And then went to Brooklyn and held that franchise hostage for a trade. And then went to Phoenix and then held that franchise hostage for a trade. And now you're in Houston and you're the veteran. And the bigger issue is a lot of people on his current team are young. You know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to be the veteran president. You're here talking crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless of how you feel, you could feel however you want. But the fact that you feel the need to express yourself and say this outwardly, and now it's just a horrible look.
That's really weird.
Yo.
That's really weird. Like, am I bugging?
No.
That's really weird.
No,
like,
but
if you're gonna express yourself publicly, let the people know that this is you. To just put that out there and wait to see what the reaction will be from the public who doesn't know that it's you.
No,
it's like,
it wasn't.
What the fuck is it? What are you doing?
But apparently, it was like there was a huge group chat. I don't know who was in this group chat or whatever, but it was his burner account with other. I don't know who else was in there, but obviously he felt comfortable enough to talk to Butt. I don't know if he ever thought it would get leaked.
Yeah, and that just goes back to what we said, man. You gotta cut back the fucking the entourage, bro, because there got to be somebody who knows you that did
somebody,
that.
Yeah, absolutely.
There got to be somebody who knows you did that.
Somebody,
that shit is whack.
Somebody leaked it, but it's crazy because you're in a position, probably the greatest scorer of all time, and now. Even before, like you out here creating burner accounts to defend yourself against the trolls. Yeah. You stooping yourself to the level of the internet trolls. Yeah. What are we doing?
Right.
What are we doing? And so we see he's not a leader. And it's crazy because it's always the what if. And I think his career can go what if in two ways.
Yeah.
One way, if he never went to Golden State, Steph would have never had any rings, most likely. Steph saved his legacy. And two, if he didn't bite his pride and leave Golden State, he would have probably had at least two more rings. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, that's true.
Well, so
Mom, we got 1 second. I just want to do one more clip. I know that this is going to be important. I want to get it now while it's relevant because you feel me. We got to talk about real quick the Coi Leray and Justin LeBoy podcast. I don't know if you've seen any clips of that, but that's been going a little bit viral right now because it's two completely different sides and they're going at it. It's the girls versus the guys. And basically the conversation was, if you don't know Justin LA Boy, the super famous Instagram account that was a meme account, now he's a person and he's dating Coi Leray.
Yep.
They had a conversation where pretty much Coi said that liking other girls' pictures is cheating. And Justin was like, how is that? You know, like they obviously they disagreed. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear your thoughts on, do you think liking other people's pictures is cheating if you're in a dedicated, determined relationship? Should you be liking any girl's pics? And should your girl be liking other men's pics? Because it can go both ways. You can go both ways. You can feel some type of way you see your girl in that nigga's pics. All right? She under a nigga pic that you, feel me? Some handsome nigga, you got a six-pack out or some shit. What the fuck is this? What is you doing? You feel me? But I want to hear your thoughts. Is liking pictures cheating? Or is it just foul?
I don't necessarily think it's cheating, but also it depends on what kind of pics.
This is what I'm saying.
I think it also depends on what kind of
because they're
pics.
famous though, so it's not like Coy's just liking Chris Brown's pictures. She has the access.
Yes,
she can get that access.
She has the access.
I'm not saying she did that, but I'm just saying like I'm trying to put myself in his shoes, even though he was the one who said it's not. I'm like, I don't think he'd feel that way if she was liking fucking. You feel me? LeBron's Finsta pics. Like he wouldn't feel that way.
I don't necessarily think it's cheating, but obviously it depends. I think it depends on the context of the pictures, but overall, I don't think it's cheating.
Yeah,
I don't think it's cheating.
But now
and I think the way women view that as cheating because for them it's all about attention. The fact that you're giving attention to somebody else.
Yeah.
Guys, we don't even think about it that way.
And it's also because you know what it is though. When you're on Instagram, like for people who don't know, like I know a lot of the world uses dating apps, but when you're just like if you're just even slightly like a little bit like savvy or just have any kind of risk, Instagram is your dating app. So you like 2-3 pics.
Oh no, that's different. That ain't the same.
But I'm saying
and that's
by
what
the time you like 2-3 pics, you feel me? And if she like them pics, if she like 2-3 pics back, you know what's up.
You know what's up.
You know how this goes. You better send that DM then.
Nah, see.
Don't miss your shot.
And I want to add more context. And 2 or 3, 4 is crazy.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4 is crazy all of a sudden.
That's crazy.
Now you're making a move.
So I think it depends on what kind of pics and when it was posted. If you out here liking stuff from July, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Nah,
you backtrack 3-4 polls and you like it. Oh.
Nah, that's a body. I ain't gonna lie, I'm jacking that. That's a body.
That's a body? She might as well have fucked up. That's crazy.
You liking 4 pics from the archives?
No, yeah. But listen, real quick. So boom. Now after that, you started to realize like Justin LeBoy wasn't. They started having a deeper conversation, and he asked her something like, "What's the most she ever spent on a guy?" And she was like, "Yo, 100,000, and that conversation quickly went left because he's like, what? Because right before that, she had said she never had a guy spend anything on Valentine's Day for real. Like, guys never really, she was like, she never been in a real relationship through Valentine's Day, so she never really had a real Valentine's. Guys give her like simple shit, like roses and shit, but it ain't nothing serious. And he's like, hold on, so you just been in relationships and you've never had a real Valentine? Like, so what are you saying? Like, niggas is skipping out? Like, in February? Like, niggas find a way to get dubbed in February right? So like, they don't gotta cash out for the Valentine? So it wasn't a good look. You know what I'm saying? And like the crowd, we got the vibe that he was starting to like kind of tear it on. Like, what is he trying to imply here with these questions? And like Koi kind of got mad. Like, you know, she kind of was like, yo, all right, what are we talking about? And then it also got a little sassy because then Justin's like, yo, you spent 100 on a nigga, you ain't spent 100 on me. It's crazy. Like, hey, yo, bro, that shit got so cringe, bro.
Nah.
Like, bro was literally like, yo, like you gotta treat me like a king. Like, why you ain't spend $1 million on me? I'm like, ew, son. Like, yo, bro, exactly your face is the same face I made. I'm like, did this nigga just tell his shorty she gotta spend money on him like
bro.
that? Like,
he think he assaulting?
Yo, bro, this nigga think he's the bitch. He think he's a bad bitch, bro. That shit blew my mind. Because I ain't gonna lie, Coy told him he's tender. Because the comments, the people in the room were telling like, I ain't gonna lie, you a tender nigga. And she was like, nigga, you a tenderoni. And that shit went left, bro. You gotta watch the clips because it's funny as fuck.
But that doesn't surprise me because of the content that he's posted in order to get his platform.
Yeah, right. And that's what it was. A lot of people were like, y'all sound surprised that the nigga who makes memes for a living is corny. Like, of course,
but it's not the memes. It's the memes that catering to women.
Right.
You feel me? Like very tender. It's not just about being a meme page. It's if he doesn't love you.
I think too a lot of people because Koi comes off real innocent and kind of like just like cool, calm, and collected. But y'all don't know Koi. Like we know Koi. Like she's the high key alpha female. Like if you don't know, you know. Like she's not something that you just gonna play around with. You're not gonna just beat around the bush, say some stupid shit. Like she's gonna catch you and all that shit the same way a nigga would. Like what? You playing games like niggas? Like we know she knows how men think. Exactly. She grew up around all brothers. Her pops was a player. Like you know what it is.
She know the vibe.
I say all that to say, I think everybody should go check that out.
Do you think it's cheating?
Do I think I want to say no, but at the same time, yes. Yes. It's showing the intent, which is enough to be fried. I don't think you should. I'm going to be honest with you.
I think it depends on the context.
I've also been in this conversation in real life before. Like I've been impressed a lot for liking pics. It's a problem. It's a problem. So I know it makes girls uncomfortable. So all right, we might not think it's much, but if they think it's something, then you got to respect that and treat it as so. Because if not, then you're just going to deal with cheating allegations all day regardless. You might as well cheat at that point.
And not only that, and if a woman's mind that it's cheating, then the girl who you like to pick's like, damn, your nigga's under my life.
Exactly. Now she got ammo to talk shit about you. And that's enough for a girl to have, that's plenty of reason for a girl to be like, yo, bro, you're bugging. Stop liking this bitch pics. So I'm not going to lie, I'm going to side on her side a little bit for that. Like,
okay.
I had to, you know what I'm saying? This is me at almost 32 talking. Ask me this 3-4 years ago. I'm like, what the fuck you talking? It's my brand, bitch. I'm like, whatever I like. But that's because my intentions is I'm trying to cheat. You feel me? Now my brain is a completely different world. You feel me? I can't even afford to cheat. I don't know what you're talking about. No. 2 bitches? Are you crazy?
You crazy.
I don't got enough money for one.
I don't got the bandwidth. I've got the mind bandwidth.
That too. I don't got the mind bandwidth to play these games no more. But listen,
I'm over here thinking I told you this, I told her this.
Right. Now I'm lying, all 3 of us, because I don't even know what I'm talking about no more. Listen, on that note,
thank you guys to the Free Gems
podcast.
Episode 186.
Yes, sir. Mark, appreciate you for the little extra time on that.
Like, comment, subscribe, and all that.
We'll be back ASAP. I don't want to say on Sunday, but I also want to say we trying to flood some shit because we got more topics we can get into, and I know there's gonna be some shit that's gonna happen by tonight. It's probably gonna be some more Epstein files. Who knows?
Bro,
on that note,
there's a lot. Yeah. We out of here.
Yes, sir. But yeah, I wanted to.